Good morning, everybody. This is Tim Card, your MotoRealtor, coming at you today from East Petersburg, Pennsylvania, right by where my office is for Century 21 Home Advisors in Lancaster. Today, I want to talk a little bit about for sale by owner houses, FSBOs, FSBO. And why is it that people want to sell their house for sale by owner? What are the advantages and what are some of the potential pitfalls? So the biggest reason that people want to sell FSBOs, right, sell their house on their own, is because they think they can do it better, faster, cheaper. I think they can save the 6% of the commission, so get out of paying that, and they can make more money that way, right? If they don't have to pay it, all things being equal, they sell the house for the same amount of money, they'll walk away with 6% more. So they think that's the way to do it. They think they'll be able to do it fast, we'll do it easy, put a sign in the yard, put it on Zillow, put it on Facebook Marketplace, and watch the people with bags of money show up and line up out the door. And in a perfect world, if that was what happened, sure, maybe it would be a good idea. But here's the thing, it doesn't usually shake out that way. All right, so when we're selling a house, the three things that we're looking for to consider a house sale successful. Everybody thinks, oh, it's the most money possible, right? That's it. Well, yes and no. The three things we're looking for is to sell the house as fast as we possibly can for as much money as the market will bear with minimal hassle. Those are the three big things that we're looking for a successful house sale, right? As fast as possible, as much money as we can make off it with minimal hassle. And all three of those things come together to make a successful sale. So if you want to sell your house fast, and that's your primary goal, I want to sell the house fast, that's easy. Sell it for way less than it's worth. Anybody can sell a house fast. If you have a $200,000 house and you put it on the market for $150,000, you're going to sell it fast. People are going to line up around the door to get that deal, and then they're going to turn around and flip it and sell it for $200,000 and make $50,000. So selling fast is easy, and that's where a lot of the FSBOs that I've talked to, they've got that part down. I'll call, I'll text and say, hey, I saw your house is for sale by owner. I have an idea, I'd love to talk to you. And they say, oh, it was under contract in 5 days. Great, I'm very happy for you. How much did you sell it for? And most of the, I don't tell them this because it hurts their feelings, but most of the time, they sold their house fast, but they didn't sell it for the best price possible, the best price that the market will bear. So how do you get the best price that the market will bear? Well, that is where working with a professional, working with a realtor, really helps, right? Because as real estate agents, as realtors, we've got our ear to the ground, so to speak, all the time. We know what houses are selling for how much in what market. We know how to price a house accordingly so that we get people coming to see it. We know, if we want to, how to create a bidding war, how to create a situation where multiple offers come in and you've got your choice of what's the best possible option. Not only that, we have a huge network of people that are working for us. And what I mean by that is, if you sell your house for sale by owner, you put your sign in the yard, you put it on Marketplace, you put it on Zillow, and you're kind of limited to who's going to see that, to the people that are actively buying, looking for a house, right? And you have to hope they're looking on those servers and on those places for the house that you have to sell. So even if you have a huge social network, social market, or social media network, that's a pretty limited number of people, right? When you work with a professional, when you work with a realtor, we have access to the MLS. And what we can do is place the house on the market, and that gets pushed out to every single realtor that's on our MLS. There's 1,500 realtors in Lancaster County alone, let alone the 1,000 in Lebanon County, the 1,000 in York County, the 1,000 something in Berks County. There's over 10,000 agents just on our MLS, spread out all over the Mid-Atlantic. So your reach for how many people are going to see your house is dramatically increased just by working with an agent that can put it out in front of those 10,000 other agents who have buyers looking for your house. So it's way easier to get it out there to as many people, as many eyes as possible. Way easier gig to do it when you're working with somebody like myself who has access to all of those tools. So how do you get the best price possible? Is you show it to as many people as you can, right? You show it in a way that's desirable. Show it in a way that highlights the best features that the house has to offer. What's up, buddy? So that's a big part of getting the best price possible. Another huge side of this equation, we said the first one is sell as fast as you can. Okay, we can do that. That's easy. Best price possible. Okay, that requires a little more expertise. It requires a little more knowledge, but also minimal hassle. And that is where a lot of the for sale by owners I've run into have expressed their frustration. Damn, this bike sounds good. Minimal hassle. So let's talk about hassle. But if you put your house for sale by owner, you've got to show the house. You do. You've got to be the one that agrees to meet your buyers at the house at a certain time, right? And that's a lot of times, like during the day when you probably have to go to work and have things to do. If it's not during the day, it's in the evenings and the weekends, right? Those are the three choices that we have. Where usually you have other things to do too, like cook dinner for your family or do stuff, you know, any of the stuff that you like to do. You know, so there's a lot of ways where working with a realtor, now you don't have to worry about that, right? The realtor sets up all the showings so that the other buyer's agents can come show your house when you're at work. All you have to do is give us a key for the lockbox, and as realtors, we'll bring these buyers in. And the other thing about the people that we buy in is that they're already qualified. We know that these are ready, willing, and able buyers that want to buy this house. You know, we don't typically show people houses that they can't afford. And we know they can afford it because we've already got the pre-qualification from the bank. You don't know that when you get a stranger from the internet that says, hey, I saw your house on Zillow, I would love to come see it. You have no idea if this guy is a ready, willing, able buyer or just some guy kicking tires and wasting your time, right? You have no idea if this guy is qualified or not. So we as realtors help bring ready, willing, and able buyers to your house when you're at work, when you're out doing stuff you like to do. That's our job, right? Is to help bring all these people to you, to your home, so that we can get it for the best price possible in as little time as possible with minimal hassle. So the hassle we take off the plate right away is the staging, the marketing, the advertising, the showings, all of that stuff we do for you. Then we have a situation where you get offers. And how do you determine what's a good offer? What's a legally binding offer? You know, what offer is the best offer? If you get multiple offers, which we hope would happen, how do you determine which is the best one? Because it's not always the best price. That isn't always the end-all, be-all for a good offer. You know, how many inspections and contingencies are there? What type of financing is it? Is it cash? Are they getting a mortgage? Is it an FHA mortgage? Is it a VA mortgage where if it is and there's repairs that have to get done, you as the seller have to do them, and that's going to cost time and money and hassle, right? So is it worth your time to not have to worry about that? There's a lot of things to consider as we're looking at what is the best deal. And that's assuming that everything goes smoothly. What if there's something goes squirrely? You know, what if the deal gets sour? What if your buyer decides he wants to walk away for no good reason? What kind of protections do you have? Because now if he walks away for no good reason, your house has been off the market, you've missed all that time to find another ready, willing, and able buyer. So how do you protect yourself as a seller? How do you protect yourself? And then the scary scenario is that as for sale by owner, you are literally inviting strangers from the internet into your home. Now, I know that now we're totally cool calling a car from the internet and getting in that car and telling them where they want to go and hoping that they take us there, right? I get that, we're all kind of used to that now. When I was growing up, we weren't supposed to talk to strangers, and we surely were not supposed to get in the car with them. But now we've got apps for that. But at least on the apps, you have some kind of semblance of assurance that Uber or Lyft or whoever it is has vetted these people, and they're going to be okay. When you accept an invitation from someone to come into your house from Zillow, you have no idea who they are. I gotta wonder if that's a good idea. It feels like it's not. It feels like inviting strangers from the internet into my house, and not only that, telling them when I'll be there and when I won't is not a great plan. Right? That seems sketchy. At best, sketchy. And at worst, scary. What if they don't want to buy your house, they just want a case to join? And find out what you got in there, if it's worth coming back when they know you're not home because they called and asked for a second showing and they said, oh, I can't do it that time, I won't be there. Right? So there's all kinds of things to be concerned about when you're dealing with strangers from the internet. When you're working with a real estate agent, you're not dealing with strangers from the internet. So just some things to consider. Can for sale by owner work out? Absolutely. It sure can. If the stars all line up and everything goes smoothly, it can. But you're still probably not going to make as much money as you do when you work with a real estate agent. Because let's talk about that finally. The number one reason people go for sale by owner is they want to make more money. And they think that if I skip the agent, I can keep 6% more in my pocket. When you're talking about a $300,000 house, 6% isn't chump change. It makes a difference. But here's the thing. Typically, when you work with a real estate agent, on average, we sell homes for 13% more than the comparable homes sold for sale by owner. 13%. So even if you list your home with the agent at 6%, which is not an unusual number around here, that's a pretty fair number for Lancaster County, 6%, you're still going to make at least 7% more on average than you would have. But it's more than that, because when you sell your house for sale by owner, typically you still have to pay the buyer's side 2.5 or 3%. So you're not even saving 6%, you're saving 3%. And for that 3%, you get to feel free of all the burdens and the hassles and all the pitfalls and all the dangers and all the troubles that you have to deal with as a for sale by owner. So it seems to me that 3%, even if that's all you do is make the same money you would have had you sold it yourself, isn't a bad deal, because you didn't have to do it yourself. But you're going to save more than that. You're going to do better working with an agent 99 times out of 100 than you would doing it on your own. So that's my thoughts on for sale by owners. It can work if you want to do the work yourself and really don't want to pay extra money and really don't want to take the opportunity to make more money, or at least make, at worst, the same money without having to do any work. Then yeah, for sale by owner is great. If you really love the home buying process and you want to be involved in it, great, do that. But for most people, you'd be better off at least talking to a professional and see what they have to say. If you're interested in selling your home, I would love to have the opportunity to have that conversation with you. Give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. All the contact information is here on the video. If you're looking to buy a home, I'd love to help you with that too. And if you want to do both, We can do both. My name is Tim Card. I'm with Century 21. I am your Lancaster County MotoRealtor. We're cruising around the Lidditz Airport right now. Gonna loop back around and get some lunch and go back to selling houses. Guys, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. If you have any questions about any of this or anything else real estate related, don't hesitate to give me a call. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.